Hey guys, this is the SAT Maths with Calculator practice test 5. Let's get started. First page, mainly the formulas. Okay, let's see what this question is asking us. Number of 3D movies released by year, the year and the number of movies. According to the line graph above, in which two consecutive years was the greatest change in the number of 3D movies? So we need to guess which has the highest slope. This is not that steep, this is not that steep, this is the most steepest. So we have 2010 and 2011. Second one, x and fx, so y. Some values of the linear function f are shown in the table above. Which of the following defines f? 2x plus 3, so if we have x is 1, that would be 5. Yeah, that does make sense. But for 3, that would be 6 plus 3, that wouldn't make sense. For b, if we have for 1, it does make sense. But we have 3, so 3 into 3 plus 2, that would give 11, doesn't make sense. This is definitely wrong, so we just have C left. To the third one, to make a bakery's signature chocolate muffins, a baker needs 2.5 ounces of chocolate for each muffin. How many pounds of chocolate are needed to make 48 signature chocolate muffins? So 1 pound is 16 ounces. If 2.5 ounces needed for each muffin, and we need to make 48 of them, 48 signature muffins. Okay, let's just multiply. So that will be 120 ounces, and that's 120 divided by 16. So there's no way it's 120, there's no way it's 50.5, and it can't be 10 either, so it's got to be 7.5 because 10 would give us 160. That's not the answer. Alright, let's go to the next one. Okay, on this page we have 3c plus d is equal to 5. What is the value of c plus d? So that will give us 3c plus 3d is equal to 5, right? What is the value of this? C plus d. So we divided by both sides by 3. That would cut this and give it this. That would be 5 by 3. Alright, let's move to the fifth one. The weight of an object on Venus is approximately 9/10 of its weight on Earth. The weight of an object on Jupiter is approximately 23 by 10 its weight on Earth. If an object weighs 100 pounds on Earth, approximately how many more pounds does it weigh on Jupiter than it weighs on Venus? So it's approximately 20 by 3/10 of its weight, so that would be 23 by 10. That would give us 230 pounds on Jupiter, and Venus it would be let's see 9 by 10 into 100, that would be 90 pounds on Venus, right? So how many more pounds does it weigh on Jupiter? So 230 divided minus 90, that would give us 40 140. Yeah, C is the answer. Alright, let's look at the next one. 6. In an online bookstore sells novels and magazine. Each novel sells for $4, so 4N, and each magazine sells for this much, so 1M. If Sadie purchased a total of 11 novels, so that's 44, and magazines that have a combined selling price of 20, how many novels did she purchase? Total of 11 novels and magazines. Okay, so N plus M is 11 that have a combined selling price of 20. So N plus M is 11, and 4N plus 1M is equal to 20. How many novels did she purchase? It'd be pretty simple, just subtract this. We would get minus 3N is equal to minus 9. N is equal to 3, so we have 3 novels. Alright, let's move to the next one. Okay, 7. In a downtown business, DBA in a certain city plans to increase its membership by a total of N businesses per year. Okay, the number of businesses. There were N businesses in the DBA at the beginning of this year. Okay. There were B businesses in the beginning. Okay, so in the beginning there were B and they want to increase it by N. Which function best models the total number of businesses Y the DBA plans to have as members X years from now? Each year NX, so Y equals to NX plus B. That makes sense. Alright, 7, 8. Which of the following is an equivalent form of this? Alright, so okay, this is the whole square and this is just squaring this. So we need to find 1.5 square. 15 into 15 is 120 plus 75. That would be 225. So 225 we'd have 2.25 x square minus we'll have 2ab, right? So 2 into 1.5x and 2.4 minus 2 minus no, that would be plus 24 square. So what would that be? 24 times 24 be 16. 4 is 8. We'll have 9, correct? 9 again, I guess. Nope. Okay, 2 4 is 8, 2 4 is 4, right? 6, 17, 15, 576 plus 5.76 minus 5.2x squared plus 6.4. So let's just look at the x squared right now. So we just have this, and I'm guessing I made a mistake in my calculation somewhere, but that really doesn't matter. Let's just look at the options right now. We'll have to have this, so these can't be there. We have to have a term with x, not x squared, because we have this. The only options we're looking at, the confusion right now is 12.6 or plus 0.64. So since we're adding this up, it has to be this C. Alright, let's go to 9. In the 1908 Olympics Games, the Olympic marathon was lengthened from 40 kilometers to approximately 42, so we're increasing 2 kilometers. Of the following, which is the closest to the increase in distance of the Olympic marathon in miles? Okay, 1 mile is 1.6 kilometers, so 2 by 1.6, right? So how would we do that? That would be 20 by 16, 20 by 16. Just simplified. 4 5s are 5 4s are 5 by 4, looks something like 1.25. That's gonna be the answer. Okay, so we're done with this page. Alright, this page is giving us the density of an object is found by dividing the mass by its volume. We probably already know that. In which of the following equation gives the mass in terms of d and v? Mass in terms of d and v. Alright, so we got dv, this one, right? So the 11th one, in the xy plane, alright, the graph of which of the following equations is perpendicular to the graph of the equation above? So we'll need to rearrange this. 3y is equal to 6 plus 2x, right? So we'll have y 2 plus 6, so like we got 2 by 2x plus 6, and divide each side by 3. 2 by 3, 3 by 2, that's gonna give us 2 by 3x minus 2, right? So in perpendicular we have minus 1 by m, right? Alright, so 2 by 3 minus 1 by 1 for my reference, and 2 by 3 over here, right? So 3 2, so we got minus 3 by 2. Alright, so y is equal to minus 3 by 2. X minus 2 is the perpendicular, right? Now if we multiply this by 2, right, we'll have 4 by 2, and we'll have y equals to minus 3x. We'll have 2y minus 3x minus 4, and that will be 2y plus 3x is equal to 4. Actually, we don't know if it's 4 or what it is, because y-intercept will definitely change, but it's going to be 2y plus 3x, and that option is not this, not this, not this, so it's going to be this. 2y plus 3x is equal to 6. Alright, so the 12th one. Okay, the system of the equations above has solutions x and y. What is the value of x? Alright, so we know half y is equal to 4. So y is equal to 8, basically. Yeah, that's what that means. Alright, okay. Is equal to 2 minus 1 by Okay, the 13th one, y is less than, okay, we have two inequalities. The following xy satisfy the following ordered pairs xy equalities above. All right, so okay, so let's try bringing this in terms of y, or just one variable. So that would be minus y is more than 1 minus x, and we will at this term convert this, right? So y, multiply the whole thing with minus 1. The signs would switch, means this would happen, and we'll have x and minus 1. So with this inequality, y is less than equal to 3x minus 1. We'll also have y is less than x minus 1. So for, let's take an example A, right? The first one, if we have minus 2 as x, that will be minus 6 plus 1, that will be minus 5 over here, and y would be minus 2 minus 3, right? So y is less than equal to minus 5. Okay, if it's less than equal to minus 5, it cannot be minus 3, right? Negative number chain. It's got to be minus 6, minus 7 something. So that didn't make sense. If we had minus 1, then that would give us minus 3 plus 1 minus 2. So y is less than equal to minus 2, and since it's minus 1, so minus 1 is minus 2 here again. Okay, so y is less than equal to minus 2. Is it less than equal to? No, that doesn't satisfy this either. Okay, if y is less than equal, okay, let's take C. We'd have 4 over here, right? After substituting, if x is this, y is this. If we have x is equal to 1, this would be 4, and for the other one, if x is equal to 1, minus 1 would be 0. So y is less than equal to 4 and y is less than 0. Is that so? Is y is less than equal to 4 and y is less than 0? This does make sense, because there can be a number, but our value is not so. 5 is not less than equal to 4. That wouldn't make sense. Let's look at the D1. If x is equal to 6, 7, all right. And okay, no, if x is 2, then this is 7, 6 and 7. And if x is 2 here, and then we'll have 2 minus 1, 1. Y is 1, right? So y is less than equal to 7 and y is less than 1. Is y less than equal to 7 over here? It's minus 1, so it's less than equal to 7. And is it less than 1? Yes, definitely. So D is the answer. Okay, let's do this one. 14. Type of surgeon, major professional activity, total. In the survey, 6 of 7 surgeons and orthopedic surgeons indicated the major professional activity. The results are summarized in the table above. If one of the surgeons is selected at random, which of the following is closest to the probability that the selected surgeon is an orthopedic surgeon whose indicated professional activity is research? Closest to the probability that the selected surgeon is an orthopedic surgeon whose professional activity is research. So, alright, so what they're asking us is if one of the surgeons is selected at random, so it could be any of them, right? So we have 607. So out of 607, the probability that it's an orthopedic surgeon who does research, right, has research. So 74 out of 607. That would be 0.122 approximately. Alright, the 15th question. A polling agency recently surveyed 1,000 adults who were selected at random from a large city and asked each of the adults, are you satisfied with the quality of air in the city? Of those, 78% responded that they were satisfied with the quality of the air in the city. Based on the results of the survey, which of the following statements must be true? Of all adults in the city, 78% are satisfied with the quality of air in the city. It's an indication that, but that might not be true. So okay, if another 1,000 adults selected at random surveyed, 78% would be satisfied. No, that's not true. So we can cut this off. Okay, if 1,000 adults selected at random from a different city were surveyed, 78% of them. It's definitely not true. So we have none. Okay, let's see the 16th one. One method of calculating the approximate age in years of a tree of a particular species is to multiply the diameter of the tree by a constant called the growth factor for that species. The table above gives the growth factors for each species of trees. According to the information in the table, what is the approximate age of an American elm tree? Let's see, American elm tree here with a diameter of 12 inches. 12 into 4, that would just be 48 years, right? Okay, let's see about this one. Tree diameters versus age. The scatter plot above gives us the tree diameter plotted against age for 26 trees of a single species. 26 trees, single species. Tree diameter, age. Okay, the growth factor of the species is closest to that of which of the following species of trees? Okay, so we need to refer to the earlier one, the earlier table. Let me just copy that and paste it over here. Okay, so now that we have it, let's look. So the growth factor and age, right? So we have diameter into growth factor would give us the number of years. So the number of years, we don't have the growth factor, right? So the number of years upon the diameter should be the growth years. Let's look at one of these. So if for about 100 we have 14, right? So 1400 by 14, that should give us 7.14. We'll need to look at a few more actually. Let's look at this one. About 70 and 11. 70 by 11 is 6.36 again. Oh wow, that's a massive difference. If we just build source of a line of best fit and check this one, probably 14.5 and 105. That's 7.24. So since the maximum other than this is 5, the other than Shagback Hickory is 5, we're most likely able to tell that it's D. Right, let's move to the 18th one. If a white birch tree and a pin oak tree each now have a diameter of 1 foot, 1 foot is 12 inches, alright, which of the following will be closest to the difference in inches of the diameters 10 years from now? So the growth factor for the white birch tree is 5. It can be seen in the table over here. White birch is 5, and for pin oak it's 3. So we got 5 and 3. So we have a duration of 10 years. So 10 by 3 minus 10 by 5. And if we do that on the calculator, it gives us 1.33. Answer should most likely be C. Okay. Alright, so for the 19th question, the triangle ABC above, what is the length of AD? Alright, so this is 90 and 60, 150. This is 30, we are being told this is also 30. This has to be 90 in that case. 90 and 60. Which case these both sides are the same. And this is 60. So we would have sine 60. Considering this angle A gives us 12. Right? Sine 60 gives us 12, then sine 60. This is the whole angle here. That should also give us 12. So the answer should probably be 6. 12 and 12. We can still verify the same answer. Just consider this angle. and we'd have opposite upon hypotenuse, that is sine. So sine 30 is opposite, which is DC, or 80, in whichever. They are similar. So sine divided by 12, the hypotenuse. So sine 30 into 12. That gives us 6. So that should be the answer. Alright, so the 20th one, on the figure on the left above shows a wheel with a mark on its rim. The wheel is rolling on the ground at a constant rate along a level straight path from starting point to an end point. The graph of y equals to dt on the right could represent which of the following as a function of time from when the wheel began to roll. Speed at which the wheel is rolling? No. If the wheel is rolling on the ground at a constant rate, that won't be the case. The distance of the wheel from its starting point? No, I mean, that wouldn't really be so, because, nope. The distance of the mark on the rim from the center of the wheel? That does seem so, because when this goes down, it will go back up again, and that's what's happening. It goes down, and then it goes back up again. That could be the answer. The distance of the mark on the rim from the ground. So over here, it's maximum. It starts off at the maximum, right? And then it decreases. It will go over here, in which case it's over here, and then reaches rock bottom. Mark is over here, then it goes here, back on top. 1/4, half, 1/4, full. Could be, right? Okay, so this won't be. The distance of the mark on the rim from the center of the wheel will never change. It's going to be same over here, same over here, same over here. That was my bad. So it's D. Alright, let's go to the next one. Okay, 21st. In the equation above, A is negative and B is positive. A is negative. Okay, and B is positive. Which of the following must be true? Let's just write this down for reference. If this is a negative number and a positive, which of the following must be true? So -1 and positive, -3 by A, and this is negative. So we'll have -3, in this case by -1, which is C. So it's giving us a positive answer. And if A is negative in any case, B is always going to be negative. Okay, A is also negative. So it's always going to be a positive number. C is always positive. Not requiredly 1, not requiredly -1, but it's positive, and which means we'll need to test this one. If C is greater than 1, let's consider A to be what if they're both 0 by 0 by 0? That would make sense. What if they're 1 is negative? So -1 is -2 by -1, that will give us C. And what if we have 0.25? A is negative 0.25 and B is positive, so 0.5 minus 0.5, so we'll have just negative 0.75 by negative cancel, and by 0.25, 75 by 25, 3. Okay, so yeah, this is going to be the case. A. 22. State X, Mr. Camp's 8th grade class consisting of 26 students was surveyed, and 34.6% of the students reported that they had at least 2 siblings. So 34.26, only out of 26, 34 had at least 2 siblings. The average 8th graders class size in the state is 26. If the students in Mr. Camp's class are representative of the students in the state's 8th grade class, and there are 1800 8th grade classes in the state. Alright, which of the following best estimates the number of 8th grade students in the state who have fewer than two siblings? Fewer than two, so that would be 100 minus 34.6. We'll have 65.4% of them who have fewer than two siblings. Alright, and 1800, right? So 65.4 into 1800 into 26. That would be 65.4. 400 into 1800 into 26 is going to give us 30600. Yeah, something rounds off to this. The next page. Okay, question 23 and 24 refer to the following information. The Townsend Reality Group invested in 5 different properties listed in the table above. The table shows the amount in dollars the company paid for each property and the corresponding monthly rental prices in dollars, and the company charges for the property at each of the 5 locations. Alright, so this is the monthly rental price. Let's take the first example. So 950 is equal to what we have to check in thousands of dollars over here. So 128 into 2.5 minus 890, 870. Sorry. Now, is this relationship correct? 2.5 answer. That won't be correct because it will go in negatives. How about this one? We have 5 times 128. Answer plus 165. That's 805. That's not true. No. Okay, the next one, 6.5 into 128. Answer plus 440. That's too much. That's not correct. So 725 into 128, the D option, that's 960. 960 minus 10 is 950. So this proves correct. So this is how I did it, right? So 950 is equal to, I'm checking this relationship, 7.5 into 128 in thousands of dollars minus 10. So this relationship is correct. So this would be the right answer. Townsend Realty purchased the Glenview Street property and received a 40% off discount of the original price, along with an additional 20% off the discounted price for purchasing the property in cash. Which of the following best approximates the original price in dollars of the Glenview Street property? Okay. So first they got a 40% discount, and then they got another 20% discount. And the cost for the Glenview Street property is 140,000. Alright, 140,000. So 25 a sec. So if more than 20% of all the participants chose the first picture in the set, this describes the possible values of P. So yeah, P has to be less than equal to 150 because we're dividing it into two batches. The first batch, 36 of them selected it. Now people, so P is the people, P is the value of number of people who chose the first picture in the second batch of people. I don't think it has anything, 36 has anything to do with this. So it really doesn't. Right? Not over here. Okay, so if more than 20% of all the people, okay, so it will be one of these two. Choose the first picture in the set. Which of the following best describes the possible values of P? So this would give us all the people who chose the first picture, but we want the number of people who chose it in the second batch, so that has to be minus 36. But when this minus 36 goes on the other side, it becomes plus 36, so the answer will be D. Alright, the surface area of a cube is this, where A is a positive constant. Alright, which of the following gives the perimeter of one face of the cube? So, alright, let's consider one edge of the cube to be B. So the total surface area, where we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 sides in a cube, would be 6b square is equal to 6a by 4 the whole square. This is the surface area, both of them has a surface area, so b square is equal to a square by 16. Okay, and now we need b, so b is basically just root, right? So we didn't really even need to do this, we could just remove the signs. We have b is equal to a by 4, and since we need the perimeter, that's 4 times b. That would just give us into 4. Cancel this, we just get a is the answer. Alright, 27. The mean score of 8 players in the basketball game was 14.5 points. Okay, if the highest individual score is removed, let's first do this. 8 into 14.5. The total score of the 8 players, that's about 116, right? Exactly 116. The highest individual score is removed. The mean of the remaining scores of the 7 players becomes 12 points. So 7 into 12, which is 84. What is the highest score? So 116 minus 84 is the answer. That's 32. 32 was the highest score. Okay. Let's move to the next page. Okay, let's go on with the 20th question. The graph of the linear function f shown in the xy plane, the slope of the graph on the linear function g is alright. G is a different function. Okay, it's 4 times the slope of f of x. If the graph of g passes through a point 0, minus 4, we can just mark that 0, minus 1, 2, 3, 4 about here. What is the value of g9? Okay, It's sort of like this, maybe. Okay, let's find the slope of f of x. Let's take 2 points. We'll just take this and okay, never mind. Let's just take the simplest points, simplest calculations. This one, and let's take this one. It's 0, 1, 0, 2, or 1, and it's 0, 3. Oh, okay. 0, 3 over here, 0, 3, and over here it'll be 2, 4. Find the slope. 4 minus 3, 2 minus 0, simply 1 by 2, so 0.5, and 0.5 is the slope of f of x, and this is 4 times, that would be 2, so y is equal to 2x plus, passes through the point, plus c. Find the equation, I guess. Alright, so we have y minus 4, 2, x is 0, so c is minus 4, y is equal to 2x minus 4, and what is the value of g9? So when we add 9, be 18 minus 4, and we have 14. 14 is the answer. Alright, 29th one. X squared plus 20x plus y squared plus 16y equals to minus 20. The equation above defines a circle in the xy plane. What are the coordinates of the center of the circle? The equation looks a bit like this, right? Plus y minus k, the whole square is equal to r square. So we're bringing it to the standard form. So if we have this x square plus 20x, now half of 20 is 10, 10 square is 100, so plus 100. And then the other one, that would be y squared plus 16y, half of 16 is 8, 8 squared is 64, is equal to minus 20. And now bringing it completing the square, we'd get x plus 10, the whole square. Since we have plus 100 and plus 64 here, we'll have to add the same thing over here on the other side, because we didn't have that before. And plus y plus 8, the whole square, is equal to 144. So our center will be minus 10 comma minus 8, this one. Alright, let's move to the next page. Oh, we still have one more question. Y equals to x squared minus a. In the equation above, a is a positive constant, and the graph of the equation in the xy plane is a parabola. Okay, which of the following is an equivalent form of the equation? So if it's a plus b, a minus b, that would be a square x squared minus b square. In this case, a square, that's not what it's equal to, so that wouldn't be true. What about this case? We'll have x anyways, and root of a minus root of a square. Root of a square is a, the b would suit the answer. Yeah. Alright, now let's move to the next page. Let's look at the 31st question. Horsepower and watts are units of measure of power. They're directly proportional such that 5 horsepower is equal to 3730 watts. How much power in watts is equal to 2 horsepower? If 5 is 4730, then 2 is x. One 92 is the answer. The painting The Starry Night by Vincent van Gogh is rectangular in shape with height 29 inches and width 36.25 inches. Its reproduction was made where each dimension is 1/3 the corresponding original dimension. What is the height of the reproduction in inches? It's 9.667. So we could put it down as 9.67. Alright, let's move to the next question. Note, figure is not drawn to scale on PS above. PQ is equal to RS. Alright. PQ is equal to RS. What is the length of PS? That's like freaking simple. Minus 1 plus 7 is equal to 2x. We'll have 6 is 2x. X is equal to 3. Just add all of this up. So 3 minus 1 is 2. We got 3. 3 into 3 is 9. 9 minus 2 is 2. 5, 7. Right, in the plane xy, the point 2, 5. The xy plane, the point 2, 5. So 2, 5. That's on the graph of the function f. If f is k minus x squared, where k is a constant, what is the value of k? So y is equal to this. So y is equal to minus x squared plus k, maybe. So we can just substitute this. 5 is equal to minus left 2 squares, 4 minus 4 plus k, and 9 is equal to k. That's basically it. Yeah, does that match? If we want, we can check it out. 9 minus x squared, right? So x squared is 4, 5, 5. Yeah, that does match. So the answer is 9. Alright, let's move to the next question. Landscaper is designing a rectangular garden. The length of the garden is to be 5 feet longer than the width. The length of the garden, this is length, is gotta be 5 feet longer than the width. If the area of the garden will be 104, so 104 is equal to x plus 5 into x. What will be the length in the feet? What will be length in feet of the garden? Pretty simple again. X squared plus 5x minus 104 is equal to 0. Just find the value of x. Maybe you can do this in the calculator, or it's actually easier to solve anyways. 15 minus 104. We have 8. So if x is equal to 8, then the length is going to be 8 plus 5, which is 13. Let's move to the next one. Point P is the center of the circle in the figure above. What is the value of x? Point P is the center of the circle. What is the value of x? Alright, this is 20, this is 20. Let's break this circle down into two parts. So like over here, since this is the radius, then both of these will be 20. And since the rule is this is 2x and this is the angle is x, if this is 40, this will be 80. So the answer is 80. Okay, let's move to the next page. Question 37 and 38 refer to the following information. Mrs. Simon's workday morning drive. Distance in miles, average driving speed with no traffic delay. Okay, so this is a three-way road from home to freeway, from freeway to freeway exit, and from freeway exit to her workplace. One morning, Miss Simon drove directly from her home to her workplace in 24 minutes. What was her average speed in miles per hour during the drive that morning? So she covered 17.4 miles in 24 minutes. And 24 minutes, that's 24 by 60, which is 2 by 5 or 0.4. So in 0.4 hours, right? Average speed in miles per hour. So if we would put that as hours, right? So 17.4 divided by 0.4, which would be 43.5. That would be the answer. Then 38th one. If Miss Simon starts her drive at 6:30 a.m., she can drive at her average driving speed with no traffic delay for each segment of the drive. If she starts her drive at 7 a.m., the time travel from the freeway to the freeway entrance to the freeway exit increases by 33%. So this one increases by 33% due to slow traffic, but the travel time for each of the other two segments does not change. Based on the table, how many more minutes does Mrs. Simon take to arrive at her workplace if she starts her drive at 7 a.m. That's with the delay. Then if she starts her drive at 6:30 a.m. round it to the nearest minute. All right. So 15.4. So we actually all right. Let's find the time it takes for each of these segments. Speed is equal to distance by time. So distance by divided by speed. 0.6 by speed. We have 25, so that takes us 0.024 hours. Yeah, and did we do this right? Yeah, we did. Okay. The second part takes us 0.308 hours. The next one takes us speed 0.04. So with absolutely no delay, it takes, but we really don't still need to calculate what the total for the whole time is, right? We just need to calculate the difference in this. So what's 33% of this? Because if she says table how many more minutes, okay, we'll in the end convert it to minutes. So 308 into 33%. So that much more, and this minus 0.308 would be 0.10164. All right, so if let's see, 1 hour is 60 minutes. How much is 0.10164? So 0.10164 times 60 is equal to 6.09, which is to the nearest minute 6.